Welcome back to the second episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Today, we will be making the most sinister, the most despised, the most hated of all culinary accomplishments, meatloaf. Join me! Today, in the Gothic Witch's Kitchen, we're going to be making meatloaf. Now, generally, when you find meatloaf recipes, they're for a pound to a pound and a half of meat. I get my meat, my ground meat, from Aldi, and it usually comes in a little over 2 pounds, so I'm going to be doubling the recipe. Plus, I have a husband that actually loves my meatloaf and likes to make it into sandwiches and stuff, as well as having it at nighttime. So, we're going to be doubling this batch, just to let you know. So, if you want to make this for yourself and your partner, just cut the batch in half. That's for normal people. We aren't normal. Alright, so the first, and I don't know if you noticed this, but when I'm going to cook, I get all my stuff out. It saves time. You're not running around grabbing this out of the counter and then grabbing that out of the counter and grabbing that. I have all the ingredients I absolutely freaking need right here. So we're going to start off with putting the meat in the bowl. Take off your rings, and it's very important when you make something like this that you have no fingernail polish on and very clean nails, because we will be using our hands. I don't have assistants. This is not Food Network. I am not going to use a spoon. I get in there and we get squishy. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put the meat into the bowl. Meat. It looks like worms. Hey, worms are fun. It's raw and gooey and wormy. Fantastic. Look at it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to crack an egg into it. Right into it. There's something so satisfying about cracking eggs. But since we're making 2 pounds, 2 eggs, which means 2 times the goodness. Now, we're going to put in 2 cups of breadcrumbs, Italian style. 1 2 2 is better than 1. For flavor, we put a little of the Worcestershire sauce. There's nothing like opening a lid by yourself. And now we add the most pungent of ingredients, the stinky stink cheese. a little, for it reeks of the swamp. And now we use a little GPS, a little salt, a little pepper. Chew. A little garlic. This is so much fun. And a little onion powder. Now, for the fun part. You're gonna get squishy. Squishy. And now the good part. Okay, once you put a little squishy action in, we add the milk. Just a little at a time. This will freeze your hands. Squishy! Make sure it is well incorporated. Make sure you scrape the bottom of the bowl. And now it's complete. Now we will take it and put it in a pan. And now we move it to a lightly greased 9x13. Oh, it's so fun to squish. It is so fun to squish. Make sure that you pat it even. Okay. And now, for what makes meatloaf great is the topping. Now, I will say that the one reason I believe that people despise meatloaf is because people just pour ketchup on it and bake it. And that is disgusting. Now, as much as I love the blood of the tomato, I will use it, but in conjunction with other goodness. We will put a little, just a little, about like that. And then we will use the rest of the blood of a guy named Ray. So good. I wish I had more, but my husband loves it. And then we add steak sauce. Yeah. And now we mix it. This is what makes it good. Oh, it smells so good. Then you taste. You want a good balance of flavor. I prefer more on the steaky side and less ketchup sweet. Do you know what we do with it, my sweet, sweet pet? We pour it on top of the meat. Come, Frederick, help me. I do not make this in any separate quantity. If I look like I need more, I make more. I just do it till it looks good. It is covered. There's a gnat in here from me opening the door. It's totally covered. And now it goes into a 350-degree oven for 1 hour, or until the temperature on a meat thermometer reads 160. You pull it out and it will continue to rise. Notice, it is a beautiful gift from a friend named Bess. I call her Agatha. And now we wait. And now it's time to take out our creation and see if it is done. So juicy. And now we tested the temperature. Into the deepest part of its flesh we go. It is done. And so now we serve our husbands. Now we cut a slice. Oh, naughty Frederick. Stay. No begging. Let's cut into this and see. So juicy. So juicy. Oh, so juicy. Mmm, so tasty. Mmm, it stays moist. Moist. Thank you for joining us as we wrap up another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Next week, we shall get into something else. If we live that long. Subscribe. Thank you for joining us as another... Shit.
What?
My dog is staring at me like I am the dumbest thing. Dog.